Launching a new website today usually feels like dropping a seed in a dark forest. You put in the work, but you're completely blocked from the sunlight by ancient, massive competitors. Standard search algorithms are built to reward history. They prioritize domain age and massive backlink profiles. If you are a new entrant, breaking through that canopy is a multi-year grind. But how people look for answers is changing. Instead of typing keywords into a search bar and scrolling through pages of results, customers are opening AI assistants and asking conversational questions. This behavior creates a completely separate discovery channel. It operates right alongside standard search engines, but uses totally different rules. Trying to outmuscle a 10-year-old competitor on standard search takes deep pockets and endless patience. But this entirely new AI channel gives you a hidden backdoor to capture high-intent customers right now. This process is called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. It is the deliberate strategy of formatting your digital presence so AI agents like ChatGPT or Perplexity recommend you directly. Standard optimization gives the user a long list of competing links to click through. GEO gives them a single authoritative answer. In the Discovery Divide table, traditional search rewards age with lists of links, offering a safety net for lower ranks. GEO rewards clarity with direct answers and operates on a strict binary rule. There is no page 2. You get the recommendation or zero visibility. The trade-off for bypassing that traditional multi-year grind is accepting a high-stakes environment. You either hit absolute technical precision or you don't exist in that interaction. It is easy to look at AI recommendations and think they are pulling names out of thin air. They aren't. They generate predictable outputs based on a strict sequence of technical inputs. This flowchart maps out the exact sequence an AI agent uses to evaluate your website. It moves left to right, starting with a crawlability check, then schema extraction, clarity parsing, third-party verification, and finally the output answer. The very first required input is access. You have to explicitly configure your firewall or CDN settings to let AI bot scrapers in, because many hosting providers block them by default. When you do this, live web browsing models can read your site instantly. A brand new business can bypass the need to be in the AI's historical training data entirely. There is a real trade-off here. Removing those blocks means sacrificing standard anti-bot protections. You might see increased server load, and your content is exposed to general web scraping. If they can access the site, the second requirement is hard-coding structured JSON LD schema into your backend code. Schema gives the AI an unambiguous, machine-readable summary of exactly what your business does. The model never has to guess. If your site's backend actively blocks the AI crawler or confuses it with messy code, all your front-end marketing efforts are wasted. You fail the evaluation before it begins. Once the AI gets past the technical layer, it evaluates your content for clarity. This requires rewriting your homepage copy to explicitly state your business function, your target demographic, and your geographic location in blunt terms. Look at these two text blocks to see how this works. On the left, we have flowery marketing text. We deliver tailored excellence. On the right, dry, literal text. Commercial plumbing for Auckland hotels. Large language models can flawlessly extract the literal value proposition from the right side and match it precisely to a user's conversational prompt. The left side gives them zero extractable information. The trade-off is stylistic. You have to sacrifice clever, abstract brand language at the top of your page in favor of dry, hyper-literal facts. AI agents do not comprehend corporate jargon or nuance. Pure, unambiguous clarity is the only metric that guarantees successful data extraction. Even with perfect code and clear text, an AI agent will almost never recommend a business based solely on unverified claims made on its own URL. The final input requirement is establishing a distributed footprint across third-party platforms, local directories, and review sites. This diagram shows how the AI verifies your credibility. The central node is your website, and it seeks consensus by polling confirming signals from multiple surrounding platforms, like Reddit, Trustpilot, and LinkedIn. The AI cross-references these external mentions to verify your core claims. 6 credible sources saying the same thing elevates your business far above isolated competitors. The trade-off is control. You must surrender total narrative control and expose your business to public, uncurated feedback on external sites. Generative search engines evaluate you based on the mathematical consensus of external data, rather than the specific marketing claims you publish yourself. So, who actually benefits from executing this asymmetric visibility strategy? We can determine your exposure using this quadrant chart. It maps vulnerability to AI discovery on the vertical axis against ease of GEO implementation on the horizontal axis. The high priority zone in the top right includes local service businesses, niche software tools, and specific e-commerce products. These businesses win here because their customers frequently ask highly specific, evaluation-based questions. These are the exact queries that trigger direct AI recommendations. The low priority zones sit at the bottom. These are legacy sites that already dominate traditional search, or ad-monetized blogs relying purely on mass, low-intent traffic volume. Adopting this strategy means accepting lower overall web traffic volume. In exchange, you capture vastly higher conversion rates on specific high-intent queries. Optimizing for generative engines adds a mandatory layer of discovery alongside your traditional search efforts. For challengers, it offers a massive asymmetric advantage. A completely new site can bypass a decade of domain authority simply by being the clearest, most accessible option for an AI scraper. But this competitive window is temporary. Eventually, AI visibility will become just as saturated and difficult to game as standard search is today. You should test your current standing immediately. Open an AI assistant and ask the exact questions your customers ask, and see who gets recommended instead of you. The businesses executing this optimization today will own the definitive recommendations tomorrow, leaving their competitors dependent on a dying search model.